What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to Phantom Chasers, a brand new hero collector that just hit the mobile store today. So if you're in the US, you can download this game and get started immediately, and I think you should. Based off of what I played in this game so far, it basically does everything correct when it comes to a hero collector. The graphics are great, the art style is very unique and very stylish, and I'll show you a few of the heroes before we jump into combat. So it nails it on that front. The app itself is very quick and snappy, load times are pretty non-existent. The app runs at 60 frames per second. The game is fully voice acted, so it's doing a lot of things right. So I can easily highly recommend this game if you're looking for a brand new hero collector that just started. That way, if you want to kind of be competitive when it comes to a game, sometimes you don't want to go back and play an old hero collector that's been out for years. Here is a brand new foundation for you. So Phantom Chasers, highly recommend. So let's take a look at a few of the heroes here so I can kind of show you the art style. So this game does one of the things that I like most in hero collectors, and that's as you star up a hero, their looks change. So this game has a pretty intricate character system here. Let's take a look at Lulu. Waifu, yeah! And as you can see, she gets more and more unique and intricate as she levels up. Chef Wilma, you got some thick in here too. You got all, you know, if you like slim waifus or you like thick waifus, this game got you covered. And as you evolve her, as of course, she gets more and more cool looking. So that's that. So art style, they absolutely nail it. Let's look at Mina here. Oh, that's pretty cool. She has a little bird with her as well. Look at that. Very, very cool. So they absolutely knock it out of the park with really different and unique art styles. What is this? A gorilla, tiger, snake? So very, very cool art style. I think you'll really enjoy that when it comes to that front. So let's jump into combat here, and I'll show you more of the game. I'm gonna go back to this stage here since it's actually decently challenging. So let me break down this screen for you here. So my main team is composed of 3 characters here. So Blaze, Marie, and Lulu. I also have a thing called a mimic team. Now this is gonna make more sense once we get into combat here. So these 3 characters are basically linked to my main characters here. And like I said, let's jump into combat here because it might be easier to explain on the fly. Like I said, fully voice acted as well. So here's my main team. So you can bring 3 characters out, and this is pretty much what you're used to. You have all these abilities here at the bottom of your screen. Now the mimic system is very interesting. So if you take a look at my main character, Blaze, that my mimic team right there, one of the characters is floating right next to my main character. So when they're in this form, I'm getting passive bonuses from that mimic character. So here's another example right here. He latches onto her, and as you can see, he's floating right next to her, and now she has an attack speed boost. Now, your mimic team needs to be leveled up as well. So as they level up, they have more abilities that awaken that allow more passives to be given. So that's very cool. Here's another example there. Boom, she's attached to her. Yep, you want to make your entrance known. I gotcha. Attack speed increase as well. So what can you do with the mimic? So you can do one of 2 things here. So when you have a mimic attached to you, you can just keep it that way and just take the passive bonuses, or you can activate a skill. So all of the mimics have a skill that they can use as well. So, but once you use the skill, the mimic goes away. So you really have to kind of balance, do I want the passive, or do I want the passive abilities, or do I want to use one of their skills? And I'm getting like destroyed here. But hopefully we don't die. So once again, here's a decision that I make here. I'm gonna go ahead and use his ability as opposed to just keeping him as a passive ability. So that's kind of the balance there. There's a balancing act that you'll have to kind of weigh. And I got destroyed in this combat. Only a 2-star, womp womp. But that's combat here in Phantom Chaser. So I think it's pretty good. You know, a lot of these hero collectors are mostly autoplay for the most part. But I think the mimic system brings enough to the game to make it unique. So that's that. So if I go on to the next stage, and like I said, there's your three main characters, and here are your 3 mimic teams, and you can swap these out as you level up. And like I said, you definitely want to. Can I show you the abilities here? Can I? Yes, I can. So as you level them up, as you can see, at level 40, she has another active ability called Heat Wave, and that can be used while mimicking. Same thing here, Super Runt is a passive ability which gives more attack that can be used while mimicking. So you're gonna have a lot of say in how you build your team based off of which mimics you bring, and you can kind of mix and match based off of that. The game also has an elemental system as well, so it's based off of just 3 though. So it's just fire, It's not called fire, it's called something else. But fire, like nature, and then water. But they're called something different in this game. But that's how it basically breaks down. So that's combat. We talked about graphics. We talked about the heroes. There's of course additional modes that I haven't completely unlocked yet. I'm just gonna take a guess on all of these since I haven't fully unlocked them. But I'm sure I'm pretty close to being right. So in this mode right here, this is your typical farm for materials type of mode that changes based on the day of the week. So that's pretty straightforward there. The arena, once again, is pretty straightforward. We'll jump into some arena. Boop, boop, boop. I think this is pretty different than most games here because it just gives you a team. Typically you can fight, like it'll give you an option of like 3 or 4 people to fight. Here, they just put you up against someone, so you can't hide from anybody here. But it's what you would expect. You can take control over combat if you choose to, or you can just auto it out, whatever you prefer. And there you go. There's your arena. Boom. Exactly what you thought it would be. So let's go back to that screen with all the extra modes there, and I'm gonna guess on all of these modes. So we talked about this mode right here. River of Fire, I don't know what that is. All right, well, maybe not. Gap of Destiny, since I see gold, I bet this is just a map where you go and you can farm gold and stuff like that and resources in that sense. We already talked about Arena. This tower is gonna be an endless tower mode, I'm sure. Conquest, I don't know what that's gonna be. I bet it's somehow PvP related, maybe? You have this Weeping Cave, which I don't know how that works either. All right, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but there are a bunch of different modes here that will unlock as you level up, so it's not just the story mode. And then, of course, in the story mode, there's an easy, there's a normal, and there's a hard as well. I haven't seen a guild system, but I'd be shocked that there wouldn't be one. I don't see it anywhere. I bet maybe the icon will just open up later on. But so far, there's not a guild system that I've seen. There are a few different sales in the game so far. Prices are pretty low for the most part. $4, $3 if you want. This one's 99 cents, and then there's this big one that's 30 bucks. So for the most part, the packages have been pretty small. I'm not gonna really go through the cash shop too much here just because I don't really fully understand the game just yet, but there's not a lot of stuff in the cash shop. So you can buy diamonds, you can use diamonds to buy gold, and then you can use those diamonds to buy upgrade stones. And those upgrade stones, based off of what I've seen so far, I won't be able to show you. Those upgrade stones are basically what are used to break through your character. So once you hit level 20, you'll need to use upgrade stones to break through to get to level 40. Then once you get to level 40, you'll need to break through to get to level 60, that type of things. And that's what I've seen so far. There's also gear in the game. I haven't picked up any gear just yet. So that's gonna have to be something that I show you guys in a future video. Based off of what I see so far, I'm probably gonna hang out in this game for a while and play it a little bit, you know? It just does everything right. It's really easy to play. The load times are really quick, so it's really easy to jump into. So yeah, that's Phantom Chasers. Highly recommend it. And like I said, since it is a brand new game, if you want to play a game where you're kind of like on an even playing field with most people and it's not too old, definitely check it out. I'm FG3000 as I always am in these games, so if you want to friend me, you can. That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is FG3000. This is a look at Phantom Chasers, and I will see you guys next video. And like I said, if I continue to play the game, which I think I will, I'll show you some of the other additional modes as they open up. All right, until next time, later.